Need some coins or MT for that God Squad you've always wanted? For the fastest and cheapest coins anywhere, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
Today, guys, I'm going to be going over my Gridiron Guardians predictions. Now, for those guys that don't know, the Gridiron Guardians promo comes out on Thursday. I'm expecting tomorrow morning they'll be doing some reveals for the promo. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Husky Warren for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Turn the notification bell on and comment down below. Noti Gang. And also, guys, if you want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZERK to match first deposit up to $100 and follow me over on Twitter for my picks. We do, of course, have Thursday night football coming up, and I am running some private drafts versus you guys for the NFL pretty much every single week. I actually already ran one today, maybe even ran a couple more before this video even goes live. So follow me over on Twitter and use code ZERK. Which also, guys, something that's kind of cool that Underdog is doing right now. If you go ahead and look at this tweet on Twitter, you can find it on Underdog Fantasy. Just look him up on Twitter. All you have to do is quote tweet this tweet with a pick'em entry for this week, including Tua, with the hashtag tweet for Tua, and 5 entrants are going to win this shirt right here. Take a look at Sam. That's Mr. Sam right there with Underdog Fantasy. That shirt is amazing, so if you guys want, I did actually go ahead and tweet one out myself. These are my 2 picks, and then I put hashtag tweet with Tua, so you can like copy me, whatever you want to do there. But I need that shirt, okay? Underdog, hook it up. So let's talk about the Gridiron Guardians promo and what it was last year before I go over what cards I think we potentially could get for this year. So for those guys that don't know what the Gridiron Guardians promo was, last year it came out on October 1st, and we got 4 92 overalls, including Christian McCaffrey, Jalen Ramsey, Rodgers, and Fred Warner. And then when you take a look at the cards, you guys can see on them, there is one stat that is supposed to be kind of high, right? So like Aaron Rodgers, on the card it says throw under pressure, and of course Rodgers had 93. And we take a look here at Fred Warner, you can see that it says on him pursuit, he also had 93 pursuit. Jalen Ramsey says press, he had 93 press, and then Christian McCaffrey carrying, he had a carrying of 93. I actually never noticed this, but yeah, all 4 of these cards like have the special thing on them. All their stats were 93. I literally never noticed that the entire year last year. So I actually never noticed that, but that's kind of cool. And then it looks like the 90 overalls that we got last year, taking a look at these, Jamal Adams says hit power, he has 91. DeForest Buckner says finesse move, he had 91. Cooper short route running, he had 91. Mike Evans, 91 spec catch. Gesicki, 91 spec catch. Gilmore, 91 man coverage. I cannot believe that I never noticed that. Yeah, essentially it's just EA going with a bunch of random players. There really isn't a guideline, I would say, to like, if you're gonna say a prediction for a player, they have to be this. There really isn't one. The only thing I would say is if they already have an upgrade from a promo this year, they're probably not gonna get one if it's like a higher overall. And number 2, you'll notice these are 92 overalls, right? Well, as I said, this promo came out October 1st, and currently it's only September 20th as of the time they're recording this video, and this promo is going to be coming out on September 22nd. So I don't believe these cards will be 92s because obviously right now in the game, the highest overalls are only 90. Of course, that is aside from Dave Casper, who is a 91, but I think at the absolute max, you would expect these cards to come out and be, what, 91 overalls, if that is going to be a thing. The thing is, though, Team of the Week today, they're still only 90s. So it is possible, guys, the Gridiron Guardians promo comes out, and the top cards are only 90 overalls, and then underneath them, maybe we have, like, some 87s, some 88s, and then, of course, we have, like, some lower overall guys, too, right? You guys can see last year we had a bunch of 86s as well. With that being said, let's get into my predictions for who I think we potentially could see in this promo. And again, remember, the highest overalls currently in the game are only a 90, aside from the 91 Dave Casper. So if you're going to say somebody that has, like, a 89 overall could get a card, probably not. So if we do end up getting a QB, guys, I think that quarterback will be Lamar Jackson. As I said, there really isn't a like standard as to, okay, they have to have this, this, and this. Like, there's no like correlation between your predictions and like what EA is possibly thinking for the players. I think EA just wants to do pretty much like hype players that people want to go ahead and pick up. And I don't think we'll see a running back with the 4 masters if we end up getting 4 masters, because we already have so many good running backs in the game. I do think, though, we could definitely see a QB. And of all the quarterback possibilities, I'd say Lamar, right? Give us a really, really fast QB, something kind of fun to use, although his release this year, he does have Slinger 3. And if we take a look at the releases, well, Slinger 3 is all the way down here at number 14. So it's a really, really bad release. However, Lamar Jackson could be fun to use. As I said, we have a lot of QBs in the game. I already know that. You know, Bledsoe, we have Aaron Rodgers, everybody likes. We have Tua, who just came out today. But I think if they're going to give us anything kind of different, why not just give us a super fast QB? Which, of course, Michael Vick currently is the fastest quarterback in the game at 90. So maybe if Lamar comes out with 90 or even 91 speed, then maybe you'll have people using him. Personally, I won't, because that release is bad. But I think Lamar Jackson makes perfect sense if they want to do a QB. And the other position that I hope we see is wide receiver. And I have 2 wide receivers, I think, that potentially could get these cards. And again, I'm basing this off of, let's say they're 90 overalls, right? Well, Tyreek Hill makes a lot of sense. EA loves to give Tyreek Hill big cards, right? Because he's always super hyped for promos, and I think it makes a lot of sense to do Tyreek Hill right now, because currently the fastest wide receiver in the game just came out, and that's Herman Moore, and that card is ridiculously expensive. Herman Moore has 90 speed and is currently going for about 1 million coins, so if they made Tyreek Hill one of the master cards, well, obviously you would think he'd have 90 speed at least, right? Let's say he was a 90 overall. Well, he has 87 speed, so you would think that'd be at least a 90, if not even 91 speed. Probably more than likely 90, to be honest. They definitely don't want to drop a 90 speed wide receiver and have that be the only 90 speed wide receiver and then immediately follow it up with 91. Odds are if they gave Tyreek Hill one of the cards, he'd be 90 speed. But I think it would be amazing, and as well, he would be cheaper, right? Because these sets probably won't be as expensive to complete as Legends, and obviously Legend bundles are really bad. So I think that would be really good for the market to maybe have like a Tyreek Hill who was going for what, maybe 450k, 500k, 600k, depending on the sets, whatever you needed. Probably around 450 to 600k-ish. Instead of paying $1 million for Herman Moore would be nice. The other wide receiver that I feel like we could see would be AJ Brown. And AJ Brown, I don't think would be as hype of a card. So to be honest, I'm kind of feeling like they'll go with Tyreek Hill. I feel like they'll probably go with Tyreek Hill. But AJ Brown is off to a very hot start this season. And he only has an 85 overall core elite. So I think he makes a lot of sense. Now, defensively, I have about 3 players that I think we potentially could see on defense as well, at least players that I would like to see. Number 1 being Darius Slay, another Eagle here. I saw a lot of your guys' comments about, oh, Darius Slay should have got the Team League hero because he absolutely locked down Justin Jefferson, had 2 interceptions, and, you know, they kind of already made the Tua, and Tua was also deserving, so it just is what it is there. But Slay most certainly could be in this promo, right? Only has an 84 overall card, and I think Slay would kind of be pretty hype. At 84 with 83 speed, if they gave him a 90 overall, I mean, we could be talking about a 90 speed, potentially Darius Slay. 89 speed would be cool, but if they really want to hype it up, I think giving us like the pairing of all this speed, right? This would just be a big, pretty much speed promo release, I guess. If they give us, let's say, Lamar, Tyreek Hill, and Darius Slay as 3 of the masters, yeah, that would be pretty nice. And also Slay here, his coverage stats pretty good. 83 man, 85 zone, 6 feet tall. I would like the card. And as I showcased for you guys, last year we actually got a middle linebacker and a corner. I don't think we're going to get a middle linebacker. I think it is possible that we could see an outside linebacker in Micah Parsons. Kind of similar to the AJ Brown situation. Micah Parsons here, yes, he has this 87, but really the only attainable one in the game will be an 85. And currently Micah Parsons leads all defensive players in sacks and also pressures. And by the way, he's like 47th, I think, or 48th, whatever, in terms of pass rush snaps. He's a monster, right? No bias here. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan, but obviously, come on. Micah Parsons is probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. He has an 85 overall core elite with this 87 overall, and I think Micah would be a nasty card. The only thing is, we already have Lawrence Taylor in the game, and we just got DeMarcus Ware today. So if they don't want to go with Micah, I have another player who makes a lot of sense because he's actually hurt. I think he's done for the year, I want to say as well, and it would make sense to give him a card. And that would be Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams, 81 overall. Obviously, like I said, he's hurt. He's done for the season, and he actually did get a Gridiron Guardian last year, which funny enough was a 90 overall because those were the lower ones here. But I think Jamal Adams would be a really good card. 6'1" safety. Obviously, would have really good hit power, good zone, good speed. Adams is kind of like one of those hyped up cards. Also, another point I'm going to bring up with potential of Micah Parsons getting an upgrade here. Cam Chancellor just got a card. So if Cam Chancellor just got one and he's an all Madden edition player, Micah most certainly as well could get one. Maybe we see the double Seahawks safeties though, with Cam Chancellor just being released, and then we get this Jamal Adams. So you guys let me know down below your predictions, but those are mine. Personally, I think that we will probably see Tyreek Hill. I feel like, I don't want to say he's a lock because obviously we don't know, but I think it makes a lot of sense for Tyreek. If we're going to get a QB, I think it would be Lamar. And then defensively, Slay has a lot of hype around him right now, so he'd make a lot of sense. Jamal Adams, as I said, is out for the season, and Micah is just a stud. It would be an amazing card. So let me know down below what your guys' predictions are for the Gridirion Guardians promo, and we'll see what players they reveal. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.